Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to my channel and to episode 3 of Rising with Rice, this college football promotion and relegation universe. Let's just get straight into it. We are away to Bowling Green. We're 19th ranked in the country, they are 22. We're in 83 overall, they are a 79 overall. The last episode we faced 79 overall Purdue away at their ground and we lost. Let's not make that a habit. Let's beat this Bowling Green team. As it's the first game of this episode, we'll be watching the first quarter and hopefully it's a dominant quarter for us against this decent Bowling Green team. A loss here would be detrimental to our chances of making the conference championship game after already losing to a good team in Purdue. So we have to have a statement victory here against the Orange of Bowling Green. And that was a good TFL there for us, leaving Bowling Green 3rd and 10. Can we go 3 and out for them on this opening drive? And they do find the receiver, their QB, but it's a little bit too high. It's incomplete and we do force the 3 and out. We need to step up the passing game and the running game. They've been alright, you know, to start this season they've been solid, but I think we've won the games on the back of our defence rather than the back on our offence. But you know that famous saying, offence wins games, defence wins championships. It looks like that's what we're going for, because the offence have been less than inspired so far. So having a massive game for them against Bowling Green here could be awesome. And we have had 2 first downs off of 2 plays, including a nice 26-yard passing play by Max Holly there. More like that and I'll be very, very happy. As that block was disengaged far too early there by 82. We don't lose any yards, but we don't gain any. It could have been a lot better, but oh well. 2nd and 10. Holly with a bit of a zinger over the middle of the field to Marcus Bienemy, the freshman 4-star, leaving us with a 3rd and 4. I'd rather take 7 than 3 here, but I'll still be happy with 3. But that's not going to worry because we get down to the 1-yard line after that passing play, though our starting centre has gone out injured. Are we going to run the ball in here? We've got Khaled in the backfield. He does get the ball with a spin move and gets the touchdown. I think if he didn't use the spin move there, that wouldn't have been a touchdown, but we get the 6. That's what I wanted and that's what I got, a sleek offensive performance to open the game, and we get an early touchdown as their QB gets the ball out to a receiver who gains plenty of yards on that passing play. The QB did take a hit, but that wasn't enough to faze him, as Bowling Green after 1 play are down to our 35. Let's not allow something like that to happen again, shall we, boys? A follow-up of only 2 yards after that big passing play. The QB has the time, and that, wow, was that not picked? Oh, that should have been an interception and potentially a pick 6 there. It was incomplete, but that should have been a lot better for us, as their QB finds his receiver again. However, he gets tackled in the air. The ball's put on the ground. It is 4th and 8. Bowling Green are taking the 3. With us being so closely matched, this could be a fast and frenetic game. It's certainly been a pretty entertaining few drives so far, with 10 points on the board combined. Bytrail got the ball there, didn't gain anything, so we are on a 2nd and 10. Khaled is in the backfield now, the starting running back who got the touchdown on the previous drive. Again, Timote Chen, our starting centre, goes down injured. Let's just keep him out for a little bit longer, shall we? Just, you know, we don't want anything serious happening, because the gap from him to our centre number 2, well, it isn't astronomically large, the gap between them, but it's a decent enough gap. As Holly launches the ball downfield, wide open receiver. That is beautiful. Holly with 100 yards already in the game with less than 6 minutes gone. This could be a big day for Holly. If he continues to churn up numbers like this, I will be very, very happy. We're up to Bowling Green's 35. We're on the path to score 7 again, but that is picked. I should keep my big fat mouth shut. That's a pick 6. Look at the speed on that guy. Bowling Green take the lead. Just when I start praising Holly, he throws an absolute stinker. I'm going to keep my praise of him very limited going forward until we're out of reaching games. A 1 yard running play there by Bike Trail. We need to sort of keep him from getting the ball. He is not performing well when he's getting the ball, and that should have been held on to. That should have been a completed catch. Instead, we are now looking at a 3rd and 9. He throws another interception. If I had a backup worthy of starting, well, at least playing, he would be in the game right now. But the matter of the fact is, our backup QBs just aren't up to scratch. So Holly's place will remain as starting QB, but he is very, very lucky to be starting QB. We are in front for a 4-star QB in the recruiting game, and then another 4-star QB we are second for. Looks like that starting that 4-star QB that we're ahead for potentially could be starting next season. That's a fumble, but we can't recover. That is a sack though, pushing them back. So 4th and 27, they're taking the 3. Alright, Holly, buddy, our dudes are playing in white. Stop throwing to the guys in the brown uniform, please. First down running play, gets nothing. Our offense continues to struggle. It's going to be a screen, and I thought that defender was going to get to Bike Trail then, but we get the first down. I thought the screen wasn't going to work, but thankfully it does, as Bike Trail gets forward for a gain of 13. Khaled gets the ball, and he gets a couple of great blocks, giving him plenty of room. That is what you love to see. We get the ball moving. We are into Bowling Green's territory yet again. Just as long as Holly keeps the ball play clean, we'll be fine. And I want to see Khaled get the ball more. Bike Trail is on the field quite a bit. It's not that Khaled's injured. Maybe he's just stamina is absolutely 0. Because Khaled isn't on the field as much as he should be. Gets the ball out to Bike Trail as he was getting screamed at Holly. Gain of 6 there, leaving us with a 3rd and long 1. 1 minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Bike Trail's getting the ball again. He does reach and extends for the first down. 30 seconds remaining. This could be the last play we see potentially. It's going to be a pass by Holly. He's on the run. He does scramble forward and gets 4 yards. It looked like he was running in mud. His speed is not great. I'm surprised when he does scramble. Always makes me laugh. But that's going to be the final play we watch in this game. Now it is up to the Super Sim. Can we get back in this game? We do score a touchdown on that drive. At Bowling Green respond immediately and put themselves 9 points in front. They lead by 12 going into the half. This isn't good news for us. We need to score a touchdown, and we need it to be quick. We do get a touchdown going into the final quarter, trailing by 5. Can we step up? We do get a touchdown to go in front. We hold Bowling Green. They get field goal. They are marching down the field. They score a late field goal and they win. 2 games in a row we have lost to a worse team away in this division. It's not looking good for us. We don't care about Bowling Green stats. Max Holly, 18 of 31, 183 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Mate, you are so lucky we don't have a backup quarterback to take your place, because you'd be benched right now. Rushing wise, Khaled 23 attempts, 85 yards and a touchdown. Byler 8 attempts, 53 yards and a touchdown. Running game, better. Khaled's average is only 3.6, not good enough, but Byler 6.6 yards a carry, not too shabby. Receiving, Abreu continues his great start, 53 yards and a touchdown, 49 for BNME, 46 for Ramey. Most tackles, Isaac Sahara with 8, 2 TFLs for Marrero, Stuber and Lyles, 1 sack for Iguenego, half for Marrero and Stuber, and 2 ints, Sahara and Lyles. So after that disappointing loss, we faced Tulsa in a rivalry game. We are now the 25th ranked team in the nation, but we do have a 15 overall point advantage over Tulsa. Let's beat them at home. Let's skip to the second quarter, and we should have a nice advantage over Tulsa come the second quarter, although it is currently scoreless, and we are going to come into the second quarter 0-0, which isn't that good, although we are pushing for touchdown here on the 11 at 1st and 10 with a gain of 1 yard by Central Byler there, as I meant to do next quarter. I said I did jump to next play, but here we are now, 2nd and 9. Let's get the 7 here against a team we are quite a bit stronger than, and obviously being a rivalry game we want to beat them. Holly keeps the ball and fumbles the ball, and Tulsa get it. He is not impressing me. So Tulsa recover, but they are starting on their 5. Can we get some pressure here to them? We do make sure they get a TFL on that running play, pushing them back by 1, 2nd and 11. Let's do something like that again. We want pressure. Can we get to the QB? We can't. He does get the ball out for a gain of 5, leaving them with a 3rd and 6. A 3 and out here would be good, because then punting will be hard for them. Their QB has plenty of room to run. That was good by their offensive line, pushing our defenders out of the way, ensuring their QB could run for straight up the middle. So on their 17, and they gain 2. Good first quarter there for their opening salvo for their QB, up to 83 yards in the second quarter. But this has been a disappointing start to the season for us. We're 3-2, but let's win here at home, because then that'll be at least, I can't remember how many wins in a row we got last year at home, but open the year with 3 wins at home. As they don't convert on 3rd down, they have to punt. I want to see Khaled get the ball a lot. He is a special guy in the backfield. Not proving it then, losing a yard. But we know what he's capable of. He's 94, 95 overall. His elusiveness is maxed out. He can do special things with the ball, unlike Holly. And we are looking at a 3 and out. My patience is just so low with Holly. As I said not long ago, he is lucky we don't have a good backup QB, because he wouldn't be starting if we did have a good backup QB. As we do go 3 and out. A very good punt means Tulsa have to start on their 13, and we take the QB down immediately. Matt Stuber went in unopposed for a sack of 5 yards there. Another play like that would make me very happy. 2nd and 15. The QB, it does happen again. He keeps the ball on a play fake. They lose 5. Back-to-back sacks of 5 yards, meaning it's 3rd and 20 for Tulsa. Hey, can we get another one for safety here? Is a screen pass. We should be able to stop it before too much damage. We do. They only gain 2. Punting straight away at Tulsa. Excellent starting position for us on Tulsa's 44. We need to capitalise on this and make it count. And that's a very good pass by Max Holly for 23 yards. Puts him onto triple figures as Tulsa burn a timeout. We are on their 21-yard line. It is going to be a pass by Holly. And wide open man puts us down to Tulsa's 5. This should be a touchdown incoming, hopefully. You'd like to think in 3 attempts against a much worse overall team we can punch it in. We only need 1 attempt. Holly with the passing touchdown. It took a lot longer than I expected, but we do get the breakthrough against Tulsa. Just over 4 minutes remain in the second quarter, and we're going to take the Tulsa QB down for our 3rd sack of the game. It's Stuber yet again. I'm surprised that we maybe didn't get a sack in the first quarter, but I will take 3 in the second. A loss of 12 there, so it's 2nd and 11 for the Golden Hurricanes. Pass is batted down as well. They are looking at potentially going 3 and out yet again. 22 yards needed for a first down. Let's not let them get it. As Scroggins made his way to the QB, nearly takes him down, but they do punt yet again. 2 minutes 49 to hopefully get some more points on the board. Holly is going to keep the ball. Only gains 2. I always get nervous when he keeps it. 1, he's not quick, and 2, his carrying's not amazing. Evident by his fumble earlier. It is going to be a screen, and we do get a couple of blocks in front. I thought that was going to be quite bad, but we were able to get positive yards out from it. Now leaving us with a 3rd and 1. At the 49-yard line, let's punch it forward for 1 yard. We get many more with Khaled. 2-minute warning. I want 7 more before this half is up. That's what the fans want. Holly gets it out to Bytrell for a gain of 2. 1:40 remains. All 3 timeouts, plenty of time to do some damage here. Holly with the pass to Khaled, but it goes incomplete. He was facing pressure at the catch. I thought he'd be able to bring it in, but no. 3rd and 8, and Holly just gets bulldozed by 4 defensive linemen of Tulsa. An absolutely horrendous punt of 14 yards. That was fucking dreadful by our punter. We should have been looking to pin them in around the 1 yard line. Doesn't matter, I'm going to stop talking. We get a pick, and is that going all the way? No, it is not. But I will take that. We get the ball back at Tulsa's 27. It wasn't 14 yards, I'm being a bit facetious. The ball was snapped from the 15. It went back from the 50. It went back a bit. I'm just being a salty bitch because of we're not playing too well. A loss of 2 there by Byler on that run. We're going to go back to him, and he loses more yards. 2 runs in a row, and we lost 5 yards thanks to Byler. And Khaled is still not out on the field. Uninspiring is one word I would use to describe our offense. Tulsa have 32 seconds, 1 timeout and a dream to try and score some points. Scroggins gets through, our 4th sack of the day. God, he's incredible, isn't he? Tulsa don't burn a timeout. Are they going to get 1 more playoff? They do indeed. And it doesn't matter because they get sacked. Of defense coming up big. Now as we super sim toward the end of the game, can our boys continue to win? Yes, they can. 2 quick touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. Tulsa still haven't scored. They do get some points at the end, but we win 6-24. Don't know why I said it like that. We win 24-6. Scratch that. I don't know where I got 20. We must have scored a touchdown right at the end and I wasn't paying attention. We win for the 3rd time, score correction, 31-6. But let's get into the stats for the game. Holly, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns. Not bad, I suppose. Rushing wise, Khaled 99 and 1. Byler with 37. Receiving, Bienemy 57 and 1. Story 51 and 1. Raimi 64 and nothing. Carew 11 and 1. Defensive wise, leading the way in tackles, Travis and Lyles with 9 each. 2 TFLs for Sabri, Scroggins and Stuber, and they all had 2 sacks as well. And then Marrero and Callaway with half a sack each. 1 interception for Sahara and 1 for Dominique Travis. We get our 3rd win at home. We now face a stern test at home against North Carolina. However, they've had a pretty bad start to the season. They are only 2 and 4, so hopefully we can continue to make sure they have a bad start. But let's get to the 3rd quarter and see how we're doing. They did start the year ranked, so I put them on here as a bit of a test for us. Obviously 2 and 4 has not been a great start for them. So let's see if we're able to do much against them. But they do start with 3 points, and that's how the 1st quarter is going to finish. Can we score any points in the 2nd quarter? We are marching down the field, but we don't get anything there. And we do score a touchdown and hold Carolina. So we are going to come into the 3rd quarter leading. Let's go. We open the 3rd quarter with the ball. Hopefully we can do some good with it, because when we've been watching this team so far, offensively we've been out of sorts. We've been throwing interceptions, we've been giving up a lot of sacks. So hopefully that can change. I'm saying hopefully a lot because I'm struggling to believe in this team so far. Holly has been underwhelming. We've all watched him struggle at this quarterback position. So we just need him to buckle up and do good. We were looking at 3 and out, but we get the required yards on 3rd down to make sure we keep the play and this drive alive. Oh, that's a very bad play by that defender. He should have been taken down, our receiver then. He was able to just walk past, well, run past, like that defender wasn't there. Giving us a 1st down. It's 1st and 10. We get the passing play out wide for 7 yards. Holly up to 150 yards on the day. I'm expecting more passing yards from him. He's a pocket passer, so like when he's only getting like 180 odd yards or so, which we have seen various times in the last couple of years, it's just disappointing. Just because his bread and butter is passing. We're not after him to be scrambling or running the ball. And he's just not putting up the numbers. Yes, there are some games where he's had over 300, barely. It's just not been good enough. As he had a guy with no defenders near him and just throws straight over his head. It's like he's just heard me say he's not good enough, and that's just proved my point. 3rd and 8. Incomplete. A very, very long field goal here. The wind must be with us. I'm not a fan, but 96 power, 96 accuracy, and it is in. That is amazing. What a field goal. We lead by 7. Annoyingly, that we have no 3-star kickers interested in us. We do have a 2-star who we're not actively recruiting. He's on our board. He's got a scholarship, but I'm not putting any hours into him. So this 96 kick power, 96 kick accuracy, that's not something we're going to be having after this season, because it is our kicker's senior year, and we are replacing him with someone who's nowhere near his level and standard, which is a shame. But like I said, I'm only going after, that's poor. I'm only going after players who are interested in us, and we have no kickers who are that good who want to be with us. But yes, that was very poor by our defender there. North Carolina gets a big chunk of yards on that passing play. Down to R39. We need to make sure they don't score here. Keeping a 7-point lead at least is what we're after. So we're after asking our defence to come up big, as they have done many times for us throughout this series. It always seems to be our defence is stronger than our offence, and that is the case this year. North Carolina are marching. They're down to our 18-yard line on a 1st and 10. We need someone to step up big here. Scroggins, we're looking at you. We need a sack. Their running back gets forward for 12 yards. Gregory Lawrence up to 90 yards on the day. It just seems like our defence can't hold Carolina on this drive. A touchdown is incoming. He throws out of the sack, launches it into the ground. 2nd and goal. That's what we need. We need more pressure to QB. Their wide receiver gets in unopposed. They're going to level the game up. Starting on our 19, 5:55 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Holly hands the ball off to Bytrell. Only gains 1. I'm really not happy with how many times Bytrell is getting the ball. Yes, he's running back too, but Khaled is by far the better running back. And whenever we're watching games, it just seems that Bytrell is always getting the ball. Yeah, and stats-wise, Khaled's doing well. You know, he's getting 90 yards here and there, but Holly throws the ball just as he gets sacked. Luckily, it doesn't get picked off, but we do go 3 and out. 1st and 10 for North Carolina on their 35, and their guy holds onto the ball despite having a bit of pressure on the catch for a gain of 5 yards. 4:20 remains. If we can force them to a 3 and out, I'll be happy. And there's a chance of that. It is 3rd and 2 for North Carolina on their 43. It is going to be a passing play. Quick passing play. And they get the 1st down with ease. They move the ball into our half as well. Our defence was playing well in that 1st half, but now we're watching them. They seem to be letting North Carolina have their way with them. As their running back gains 4, puts him onto 94 yards for the day. He is definitely going to be well over 100 by the end of this game. Another quick pass for North Carolina, but we are over it this time. Blowing it up, incomplete. Leaving them with a 3rd and 6. It's going to be a pass. Again, it's just making it too easy for this team. North Carolina looking like they're going to be taking the lead at the end of this drive. They do go for a run. We are over it. However, Isaac Zahara, our 96 overall strong safety, he is injured. Let's hope he's not going to be missing too much time, because without him we are far worse. As their guy spins free from a tackler for a gain of however many yards. 1st and 10 for Carolina at our 22. Quick pass out wide. They are loving these, and I understand why. We cannot stop it. A gain of 15 down to our 7. This Carolina offense is having their way with our defense. This is what I get for scheduling a very good team to face. Maybe I should just keep facing weaker teams. Who cares about what our rank is? All we care about is victories at the end of the day. I'm learning my lesson. Byler, who is our kick and return guy, gets us up to the 22-yard line. Although he's not really doing too well as the kick and punt returner, so I might change him. As the screen RPO only gains 1 yard. 2 minutes remain in this 3rd quarter, as our offense continues to be a little bit lackluster. A gain of 6 on that pass. 3rd and 3. Staring down the barrel of yet another 3 and out. Holly, what can you do? You can scramble, and he does get the 1st down. We need points here. We don't want to let North Carolina get away with this. Pass into Carolina's half, up to their 48 now. It is going to be a pass. Handoff to Byler. Where is Khaled? I am not happy with how many times Byler is getting this ball. 2 seconds left. We aren't going to get a play. Our fate comes down to the fast super sim. Are we able to pull it back in this fourth quarter? We do get a touchdown. Carolina can't do anything. They get the ball back. It's going to be overtime. We get a touchdown. They match. I don't know what's happened. It was 27-all. And Carolina get the win. Holly finished 248 yards and 2 touchdowns. Khaled 107-1. See, he's getting the ball. It just seems every time we watch, it's just that Byler's getting the ball all the time. I want to watch Khaled. He is doing very well this year. Let me watch our star running back. Receiving wise, 102-1 for Bienemy, 42 for Abreu, and 23-1 for Tremaine Khaled. Defence, we have double-digit tacklers for Sahara and Ishmael. 3 TFLs for Sabri, 3 for Scroggins, and they both had a sack each. 1 interception on the day in Isaac Sahara. In what has been a bit of a disappointing episode, we're finishing up away to Nevada. So that means the 3 hardest teams in this division, we have faced them all away. We've lost the first 2. Can we win the final one? I think if we lose this, we can kiss goodbye the championship game in our first appearance in the American. Can we come into the fourth quarter at least being able to be close to Nevada as we trail in the first quarter 3-6? Can we turn things around in this second quarter? We do take the lead against Nevada. Couple of quick points there. We are up by 14 come the end of the first half. Can we continue to drive home in the third as we are up by 17, up by 20? Coming into the final quarter, we are now going to watch. Nevada are driving though. They're at our 15 on 2nd and 7. Hand off to the running back. We don't bring him down. We get him behind the line of scrimmage. However, he breaks free from a tackle and gets forward for a gain of 4, leaving them with a 3rd and 3. QB gets it out to the receiver for a first down. They're at their our 4-yard line now on 1st and goal. Looks like a touchdown is imminent. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. He's down at the 1. It looked like the ball had crossed the plane from my eyes. Evidently, I was wrong. 2nd and goal. Hand off to the running back. Scroggins is there saying, "No, you don't, Sonny Jim." They've gone for a pass, they've gone for a run, and it is going to be a pass on 3rd down. And unfortunately, they convert to give them some hope. So they trail by 13, 9.5 minutes remain. I'm not worried. I think we can do this. As Khaled gets the ball, but he's going to lose 5. That's not a good start, boys, is it? And hopefully we can show it now. Pass out wide for a gain of 5 as Holly, not a great day. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, just over 200 yards. Yeah, his confidence in him is still pretty low for me. But that pass connects and we get a first down. 7:50 remains. Our job is to burn clock and try to get downfield as Khaled's having an awful day. 8 carries, 20 yards. We expect a lot more from this running back and he is not performing well as he just throws out of the sack, Holly. That should have been sack and loss of yards, but he is able to make sure that wasn't the case. That was an awful ball, and we are very lucky that wasn't picked. Holly, get your fucking head in the game. It's like he knows that we can't bench him, so he can play as bad as he wants, and nothing's going to happen to him. 9 yards on that opening pass by Nevada, as their QB has that weird stance, and they get the first down easily on that passing play. We have picked him off 3 times already in this game. It would be nice to make it a 4th. Can we do that in this 4th quarter? As that nearly happens. Pass is swatted down, but could have been picked. Maybe it was a little bit lower. it would have been picked, but either way, I'm happy with the pass being batted down. As it's 3rd and 7, 5 minutes 15 remains. Obviously, it's 4th down territory for Nevada. So if we can have 2 good plays here, we'll be happy. QB gets taken. How are you not picking that? Come on. It fell into your hands. It wasn't exactly quick. It wasn't hard. That should have been picked, but it is 4th and 7. And this time, we do get an interception. That is by Polaris. 5 minutes remain. We need to be running the ball here. Khaled stretches out wide and just about makes it to positive yards. I thought he was going to get tackled for a loss there. But why did he go out of bounds? Why are you not just going down? A pass to Khaled though this time over the middle of the field. Gets the fresh set of downs. And the clock is ticking. Going to be another pass by Holly. And that is completed. That's what we like to see. A gain of 20. There's no reason to run the hurry up. What are we doing? Ugh, we should be wasting as much time as possible. We're still 30 seconds on the play clock. Why are we running? We don't need to be doing this. A sack and a loss of 8. Still leading by 13. The AI sometimes is thick. Khaled is just not having a day, averaging 2.1 a carry. 3rd and 21. Max Holly is going to keep the ball himself. Nevada use their first timeout. We are going to punt the ball. Scratch that. We're taking a field goal. I forget that we like taking long field goals here. We've got the kicker who can make these kicks. And with lead extends. Nevada have 2 minutes 44 to score 2 touchdowns and get 2 2-point conversions. I'd say the chances of that happening are quite slim. Yes, they can make that happen, but I like to think we have won this game already, which was majorly important. Although they do get it up to their 46 after a couple of passing plays. So obviously if they were able to get this touchdown and the first 2-point conversion, they will be going for an onside kick as their player gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. More of he was sort of pushed out of bounds rather than him going out of bounds. But they have to get 2 touchdowns here. 2-minute warning is here. They're at our 30 on 2nd and 5. Direct snap to the QB who keeps the ball. And he gains 4, leaving them with a long 3rd and 1. But as we know, they'll be going for it on 4th down if they can't convert here, which they can't. The ball does get swatted down for a nice PBU. 4th and 1, game on the line, and their running back gets untouched for the first sort of like 10 yards there. He gains 15. They are going to have some belief that they can pull this off. I don't think they can. You don't think they can. Especially now as they get picked. Just go down, take the knee in the end zone, putting us up to the 20. They might not even use a timeout here if we run the ball. We are going to pass. The question is, are they going to use a timeout? But they don't need to because our receiver gets pushed out of bounds, stopping the clock. Use your fucking head and just run the ball. Okay, Nevada do call their first timeout, their second timeout. I am shaking my head here. 3rd and 6. We are going to run the ball. Khaled who gets a wide open gap in the middle. Nevada use their final timeout. Just let the game end, boys. Don't hold on to things. Doesn't matter. We're taking the knee. It is over. Max Holly finishes with 251 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Bad day running the ball for us. Minus 19 for Holly, 34 for Khaled, 1 for Byler. Receiving wise, Bienemy 64 and 1, Carew 77 and 1. Defensive wise, Lyles and Travis with double-digit tackles. 2 TFLs for Sabri, 1 for Lyles, 1 for Jutaru, and 1 for Scroggins, and 2 sacks on the day for Sabri. Interceptions, 1 for Ismail, 1 for Polaris, 1 for Loz, 1 for Sahara, and 1 for Loba. So this is how we're ending the episode. We started in 5th and we are ending in 5th. East Carolina are 5-0, Purdue and Fresno State both 5-1, Bowling Green 4-1, and here we sit at 4th and 2. There's a chance we can make it to the conference game. I'm not really expecting to do so, but there's a chance. But with that, we get into the final 4 games next episode. Goodbye.